Hello, my name is Aisling White. I'm a birth keeper and I'm here to share about physiological birth and the hormonal blueprint. What is physiological birth? Physiological birth refers to the process of giving birth as it unfolds naturally in the body and with the biological systems working as they are designed to, without unnecessary medical interventions. It's essentially birth in its optimal conditions where the mother's body and baby are supported to follow their own timing and the hormonal and physical processes can progress without disruption. Physiological birth can also be considered an undisturbed birth. It is most likely to occur, well, actually it's only going to occur in a setting where the mother feels safe and with people who put deep trust in the mother and baby and the innate design of birth. The people that know what birth is all about. Why do we want physiological birth? Well, for me, being a birth nerd and having this call to support women, I want women to experience what birth is meant to be, the peak moment, peak experience of vitality, of power, and of the divine moving through you. And in a more practical sense, when we provide the conditions for physiological birth to occur, we're supporting that woman for the rest of her life, her health, the bond with her baby, her healing and her recovery post. The conditions needed for physiological birth to unfold are darkness, a familiar space, people who she trusts and who trust her, and to not be observed. Sarah Buckley is a beautiful, incredible woman who's written a couple of books. I have one of them here. She's a midwife from Australia. Gentle Birth, Gentle Mothering. She coined the term hormonal blueprint. The hormonal blueprint is a finely tuned, evolutionary developed hormonal system that naturally supports pregnancy, labour, birth, and the early postpartum period. I wanted to read a little bit from her book, Chapter 3, Healing Birth, Healing the Earth. Just very much what we're doing. The people in this role of supporting women to return to their natural, innate wisdom and power. Birth. She is dying. This primal and unspeakably powerful initiation, the only road to motherhood for our ancestors, has been stripped of her dignity and treated with escalating levels and types of technological interventions. What is worse, perhaps, is that the ecstasy of birth, her capacity to take us outside of our usual state, has been forgotten. And we are entering the sacred domain of motherhood post-operatively, even post-traumatically, rather than transformationally. There's an amazing book called A Birth Path by Hazel Tree, um, which talks through the different states of consciousness that we move through throughout the birth experience. And yeah, I just thought of that as I read that little paragraph. So I recommend checking that out. It's a beautiful book. I really feel passionate about everyone reading it. Sarah Buckley describes 4 key hormonal systems that nature designed to support pregnancy, labour, birth, and postpartum bonding. A safe, private, undisturbed environment is needed for these hormones to flow and be distributed in the perfect divine timing. When we interfere with birth, we cause problems. So these are the 4 that we'll have a look at. These four hormones are central to the blueprint. Oxytocin, the hormone of love, signals labor, contractions, supports bonding, eases stress, and aids postpartum recovery and breastfeeding. Beta endorphins, the hormone of pleasure hormones, are natural pain relievers and are elevated during labor. These help the woman feel calm, euphoric, and deeply connected. Just take a moment to feel into that truth that your body has a capacity to create a concoction of supportive medicines, hormones that bring your baby to the physical plane. Adrenaline and noradrenaline are the hormones of excitement, and this surge helps birthing mothers navigate the final intense phase of pushing with heightened focus and energy. Prolactin, the mothering hormone, supports lactation and bonding, helping in the newborn feeding transition. So these hormones all work together to bring you through the birth experience. And part of the work of a birth keeper is to protect the woman and her birth experience and to keep it intact, where she is the one with authority. She is in deep connection to her body, and we listen to her. She is the guide, and we're there to hold her, remind her when she needs grounding and affirmation of her power and her capacity. But she is the leader. Sarah Buckley emphasizes that common medical interventions such as induction, synthetic oxytocin, epidurals, and routine separation after birth and cesarean section can disrupt the natural hormonal flow. Synthetic oxytocin does not replicate natural oxytocin. It's not exactly the same. Epidurals can reduce beta endorphins, which are the natural pain relievers, and separation after birth hinders oxytocin and prolactin's effects, thereby impacting bonding and breastfeeding. And these are things that we see all the time in hospital. So also just taking a moment to think about that. Why would we interfere with nature? We've been fed a story that we need these drugs, but it's not true. It's not true. And for women to birth in their true power, that creates families and mothers who take no crap, who are deeply connected to their intuition. And that's incredibly powerful and you can't be messed with. So I hope you enjoyed these slides. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'd love to chat to you and support you on your journey of birth, pregnancy, and birth. You can check me out on Instagram, Creekroga Holistic, and you can see all the things that I have on offer.